Alright, what's going on, everybody? So, just a little bit of an update here. I know some of you guys have asked for some of the videos about some of the other Santa Fe models after I did the last one. So I just want to do a little bit of a walk around here. This is the 2024 Santa Fe in the Ocado Green color. And this is actually a preferred with trend package. So just going to do a little bit of a walk around just to kind of give a feel for the vehicle. They all have the same kind of layout, obviously with the 7 passenger setup. As you can see, this one just came in, still wrapped up here, but overall spacing is the same on actually pretty much all the models, other than the fact that some of them get the captain's chairs in the middle versus the bench seat. So a good amount of space back here. Still one of my favorite vehicles out right now that I'm still getting used to as well. So but yeah, other than that, let's kind of do a little bit of a walk around. This Ocado Green color, not really sure. In certain lights, I absolutely love it, but in low light, it's kind of an interesting one. Not a whole lot of people are finding it to be their favorite, but overall at this point, oh, got another car just coming in here. But yeah, so let's hop on in. Look at that color. Oh, yes, there we go. Let's open her up. So interior, beautiful little setup here with the black interior in. This is, you can see that, kind of see it's all just badged with the H's and everything as well, kind of through the black interior. Nice little details on the door panel, and then again on the handles. Very nice all around. I'm gonna jump in here and get it fired up, get this thing cooled down. So get her started up here. So it does start in the EV mode there, kind of see, but absolutely love how this layout is. Got the still kind of in its delivery plastics here, so let's get some of these peeled up. Oh, sorry. It's impressive how much protection gets put on these. Oh, and then again, how soothing it is when you do get to peel them off. Oh, get that on the other side there. So, but yeah, it's kind of a really nice layout. So in here you do get single wireless charger. There is no button for the UV things. That's only in the calligraphy trims. You can kind of see it here. But so you have all your heated options. This is a full touchscreen as well. Adjust it with the temperature there. So right now I'm just gonna set it to low. Get that. Close that. Close that as well. But yeah, it does have some pretty cool little interesting tidbits. So as you can see, the average 6.6 liters there per 100 kilometers. This car only has 27 kilometers on it right now though, so this one has not seen the road by any means. Some of the other little bit different differences here. So just the little headrest little sunroof, and then you do have the rear one that'll open up back there. So it's very nice all around. I'll be honest, this is probably one of the vehicles that I'm going to be keeping an eye out for my own collection. I am kind of a big fan of it. We'll see how the availability comes on them, but yeah, I mean, nice little, the good old, love the little badging, super subtle. So if you know what it means, that's actually H in Morse code. But nice little layout here, completely covered up in plastic though still. Let's get some of that peeled up here as well. So this car is a sold unit. It is going to be going out for delivery in the next couple of days. There's the super new little turn, so twist forward for drive, reverse, and then a single little twist for neutral, and then the parking button is here on the end. Oh, let's get this door closed around so we can see some of the other dash features here. Yeah, let's go through the menu button here. So menu, change through the different, so that if you have all your driver settings going, we'll change that around for you as well, give you all visual of what's going around beside you while you're blind spot monitoring. So we do have, you can see right there, that is the lane keep assist lines there. A single press of that button adds the steering component. Press and hold removes the lane keep, and then a single press again takes out the steering side of it. So very interesting little cheat codes. But if you see on a full tank of gas there, 954 kilometers range. So to me, that's where this car really shines. Yeah, just can't get myself around knowing what this car costs to fill up versus what you get out of it. So to me, that's where my mind is with this one. Let's scroll back through here, see what else we got in here. So again, you do have your wireless connectivity with the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Yeah, as far as spacing though, what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna flip the camera around here, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open myself up into the back seat there, sit back there, and actually show you guys how much room is actually back there. Like I said, they're all the same size inside of it, so you've probably seen it before if you are watching this video. But this is kind of my first time being in the actual preferred with trend. To be honest, for what you get in here, I'm actually thoroughly impressed with it. I do love the spec with the calligraphies and of course the NHL, but the actual preferred with trend it's a really nice little unit. Some things that I would change and do to it, I do wish you could get the ambient lighting in this trim level, but I understand why it's not. Keeping the prices down and trying to keep everybody kind of into a unit, that's kind of the main goal with this one. So yeah, let's I'm gonna set the camera up here, kind of get it situated, see it nicely through the back there. Yeah, actually here, I'm just gonna bring it with you guys can jump with me into the back. So all right, here we go. Oh, sorry, a little bit close to the head there. And what I'll do, get the back door opened up here, make sure I'm not going to hit this customer's seat. All right, so 2 ways to open up the back seat. Button on the top here, and then you have some buttons down here as well. So we're just gonna hit the one on the top, just put it into access mode. There we go there. So you can see it does open up. I'm not the tallest of people, just over 5'10", but let's, we gotta swing around to the back and open up the rear and lift the rear seats. I guess that would be one of the downsides of this versus like the Palisade, having the electric buttons and the ability to fold it up through the front. But let's get this opened up here. Probably a really bad camera angle there. I'm not going to peel the seats. We'll leave that down to when the actual customers are picking it up. But as far as the spacing back here, so with the third row up, you can kind of see it here. Spacing is not the greatest. I do have the seat kind of in its most reclined position right there. So that's in its vertical spot. But as you can see, so not enough to hide a body there, but there is a good amount of space that you could still get a couple bags, some shopping. But you do have the option there for the one seat down, which is kind of, I guess, the best way to do it in that sense. But here, let's jump on in. So for me, I find it's easiest to just kind of step right in and then just pull myself up and into the seat. So, all right. Oh, let's close the door here. Oh, there we go. So, I'm gonna get I do love that feature. Get those turned up there. It is actually a pretty nice little unit. As you can see, it does let you know your fan speed, on-off button at the bottom. Just kind of get that tucked in. There we go. So, seat in front of me here. So let me push this down as well. So, that's kind of in like a more reclined position. Not saying that I'm the smallest guy out there, but I'm definitely not the biggest. But this is actually, so I am seated. Let me sit up. So above my head. Let me just adjust the seat back a little bit, because what it is doing is it is sitting pretty vertical right now. There we go. So it's not in its fully reclined position. You see that there? But above my head, like that's a good amount of space. So that is my full fist, and that kind of, as you can see, there's some pretty cool curvature in this, the roof here. Let me zoom down. So it does kind of space around where your head is actually going to be. So it does allow for a big feeling. But as you can see, from my knees, a good fist size there, but lots of space. So I'm, like I said, I'm just over 5'10". Not saying that I would want to spend every waking moment back here for a drive, but I could be back here and be comfortable. I do have the Type-C chargers there, which now that I've just switched over to an iPhone, was with my Samsung as well, but it is super, super nice back here. Yeah. I mean, overall, if you are in the market for a Santa Fe, or even like a 6 or 7 passenger vehicle, this is not a bad route to go for the price point, and what you get in here. I'm happy. Like I said, this is the car that I'm kind of leaning towards myself. So again, single press of the button. Let's flip onto the side. So this is the back right seat. Single press of the button there, and the seat actually pulls up and gets right out of the way. So pretty nice little unit. Makes it easy to get in and out. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could fold the second row seats completely flat, have the third row up, and then you could literally just stretch your legs out and be super comfortable the entire time. And I mean, with this giant sunroof, the lighting in here is actually pretty good for filming. So I don't know, the more I sit in here, the more I want one. But let's do a little side-by-side comparison. So we've been through this. I'll go around and gonna shut this one down, and then I'm gonna jump over to the NHL edition that we still have. Do a little bit more in depth. That one is prep for delivery, so super excited to kind of show that one off to you guys. I wish they would do more of them, but at this point we are still limited units. So we'll I'm just gonna pause here, switch out, and go out to the other vehicle. So back in the front seat here again. As you can see, I still got everything kind of folded up, but just gonna shut her down here. So again, engine button shuts it down. Grab the keys. I'm sure you guys have all seen at this point the massive glove box. This thing is beautiful. Pull this out. My favorite little thing is down here, you do have a secondary compartment. So you can see that front part there. There is a part right there as well, which even if the back seat people pull the little tray out, they can't access. So I don't know. It's a fun little tidbit. But let's get this cleaned up. Jump out of here and do another little walk around. So, like I said, this is the preferred with trend package. So it's the same physical look and layout as a luxury on the exterior. But and this one is the Ocado Green. So let me lock this one up. And here we go. Lock. There we go. So now over here I've got the cool little H key. So the features that I do love about the calligraphy, or in this case the NHL calligraphy, is the smart part. So again, lock, then remote start. Okay, get the vehicle active. Now on the side of the remote there, just gonna press and hold the little parking button and pull forward. The vehicle registers it, looks around, adjusts the wheels, and there we go. So again, it's kind of a novelty, but I mean, if you ever are in a parking lot where you really need to kind of get into your door spacing or into your spot without wanting to ding your door on somebody else's, that's the perfect little setup to do it. Again, the smart park feature, and then obviously the remote itself is pretty cool. The little H there, I guess we'll do this, little H in front of the emblem. But all right, so let me open this up and we'll jump in and do a little more in-depth view. I'm not going to get into this one just because this one is prepped for delivery already, but just look at the difference, I guess, in here versus the other one. So absolutely love the interior on this, the NHL edition. So you do have the two-tone, and then on here you do have your relaxation seat. Let's get this thing going. So let it do its thing. So you'd be surprised how amazing that actually is when you're actually in there. Just let everything lay back, and we'll do, oh, 1 second. Oh, the car shut down on me. But yeah, so that is the seat in its relaxation mode. The nice thing with this particular unit is the passenger seat does come that same feature built into it. But yeah, the interior on this, still one of my favorites. All right, let me get this seat kind of adjusted here. There we go. So one button pushes it back, and then it will go back to its entry position as well. There we go. So I think this one is in its the rear position for seat entry. Let's open up the rear. So the main difference in the two trims, you do have the captain's chairs in the middle here, again in that beautiful leather. It is badged calligraphy trim. So you do have that. There is the blacked out headliner, and then you do have the full sunshade closed at this point. But same features, as you can see kind of in the corner there. You have all your rear HVAC or rear AC controls and things along that lines too. But the matte white paint, and then you have also the grab handle. But certainly been a popular vehicle. Can't get enough of them at this point. But all right, so let's hop on in. Again, let me get stuff out of my pockets here. I don't want to damage any of the seating. Pull the plastic back so we don't get any footprints. There we go. So if you'll notice in here, the calligraphy trim level does get the dual wireless charge pads. Let me fire it up here as well. Dual wireless charge pads. Steering wheel and everything along that lines, feature-wise and layout-wise, stays the same. You do get more internal features. Let me confirm that. I'm just going to be the guest. I don't want to adjust any settings. But yeah, so a little bit more going on down here. The dual charge pads, like I mentioned. So you have your different charge lights, I guess. Set the phone down there, it lights up to confirm. You do have your UVC button here, which then activates. So let me see if you can see in there. Not sure if you can see them in there. There we go. So yeah, those little guys there are actually the little UVC lights. So what happens is, close this up, throw your phone or glasses or whatever the case might be, push that. You'll notice it just has a little bit of a light there to confirm. But what that does is that'll actually turn on and run inside there. Does have a set time that it runs for, and then it deactivates. But that will cleanse anything that's in there. But one of the biggest things that I love more so about the luxury and the calligraphy, and then obviously the NHL mode edition, is cooled seats. So absolutely love that feature. And then you do have your ambient lighting on there, and then also the seats themselves. So you can actually, on this one particularly, you can actually move the seat forward and back right on the side of the seat here, and then also the backrest. So if you're in the back seat, instead of having to climb over and do everything along that lines, you can do it right through there. Let's do another look back here. There we go. And then I'm just gonna open the rear. There we go. But yeah, so all around, absolutely love these vehicles. Oh, another thing you can't really see right now, might be able to see it. There we go. So that little thing there is just part of the heads-up display. You can see how crystal clear it is, even on just zooming in on the screen. But lots of different stuff going on in these. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I guess in this case, I don't really have too much available on the sense of the NHL edition, but it's certainly been a popular unit. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. See if there's any questions or what you think about. I want to hear it. So just before I go, I'm just gonna get everything back restored. So closing that rear. There we go. Got that all closed up. I'm gonna shut her down here. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. See if there's any questions or anything else you guys want to see about the vehicles. Like I said, I'm not normally the biggest reviewer and whatnot, but some of these vehicles have been absolutely interesting, we'll say. I'm interested in them myself, so for my own kind of selfish reason, I guess you'd say, I'm been kind of keeping my eye on them. But yeah, actually here's a good one. So on this side, this is the NHL, so you can see the matte white paint, all the gloss black trim, or piano black, gloss black, whatever you want to call it. The 20-inch wheels with, I think these ones are on, yeah, 255 45 20. So not a small tire by any means, but yeah. So this is the NHL, and then on this side of me, we have the calligraphy gas. So both of these units are set out, are basically cleaned and ready for delivery. The Rockwood green though on that one, that's kind of been my want. I do love that color. However, there is definitely some interest in some of the other colors that are available and some of the other ones that are coming out. So I know I do have an XRT in the orange coming in, I think today or tomorrow. Haven't seen it yet, but that is certainly going to be one that I'm going to keep my eye on as well. Other than that, yeah, I guess like I said, if there's any comments, questions, or things that you guys want to see about the vehicles, just drop a comment, follow, like, and then yeah, I can see, actually here, there's some new ones right there. That 24 Sonata N line just came in too. So this isn't meant to be like a sales pitch or anything along that lines, guys. This is just purely my interest and my love of the cars. So, and then in the showroom here, I mean, some of these you just can't really argue with, but all right. Ooh, it is toasty out there today. All right, guys, that's all I got for now for you. If there is anything else, like I said, give me a follow, share this video. I want to see what you guys think. All right, talk to you in a bit.